So I made it back home and I've gone to see me brain doctor because obviously after me 2 major exploits I've had over previous weeks, I figured it's best to go talk out with a doctor just to make sure I'm all okay, all present, and talk out some other stuff because it's always good to talk about your problems. But what he's gone and done is he's gone and left and forgot I'm in the room. How can he do that? He's forgotten about me. Like that's gonna cause issues. I've talked to him about being locked in places, and then he goes and locks me in his office. Like what's going on? I feel like I deserve a refund. But anyway, I'm sure he's left some clues hidden around of how to escape. Like again, or maybe he's just watching me in another room. Maybe he's watching me, seeing how I cope, and then from that he can help me, in the future. I noticed something was off with that painting apparently. Knocked it off, found a safe behind it. I'll be honest, I was angry and I wanted to throw his paintings on the floor. Didn't realise there was going to be a safe behind it. But, lucky I did that because I might have been looking for ages for that. Steal his picture. While we're at it, we'll steal some of his stuff because how dare he lock me in his office. He's supposed to be helping me and he's locked me in his office. Nick his token, whatever it does. Some kind of pendulum lock. Quickly put a stop to that. We don't want any ticking. Or do we? Maybe I'll start up again. Maybe I'll do some ticking on my own. But just figuring out what's going on with that. I know there's obviously something to it. Now I've knocked his paintings down, I can see what his safe does. Obviously, it's secured. Believe it or not, I can't just open it. But you never know, he might have left the code dialed in. He didn't know. So, that sucks a bit. See myself a newspaper. And he's got some sort of pendulum like thing. And look, it looks kind of like that. I say kind of like that. It's exactly that, let's be real. First, top one straight down. Second one halfway up. Bottom one all the way up. There we go. And then the top one is all the way up. But should we match it? Who knows? There we go. Match it. And that should be perfect. Don't know how I'm struggling with this newspaper. Just got to flip it over, Turn it over. That's all I've got to do. But that looks exactly what I've done. Done exactly what it's supposed to do. So, don't know what's gone wrong there. Maybe I've done it in the wrong order. Maybe it's supposed to be upside down. But regardless, it doesn't seem to have done anything. So, we'll just leave it at that. Got his glasses. Don't want to put them down. I'm going to put them down. Don't want to break them. That's why. I want to nick him because he's left me in this room. He doesn't deserve his glasses. Got a phrenology head. I'll be honest, I don't know what phrenology is. So I pushed some things in just to see what you do with it. And yeah. I think you probably push the certain bits to do with certain parts of the brain in. And that you can use it to describe what's broken in the brain. Not necessarily broken, but damaged, and you can work with that to fix, to see if it's just a mental thing where you can fix inside your head, or if it's like a physical thing, like this part of the brain is damaged because it's been damaged. Like this part of the brain's damaged because of just emotional trauma. But I don't know anything about that. I have to come to see a doctor, and hopefully they know more than me. Well, you would hope after years and years of school that they would know a little bit better. But I gather it's not always an easy fix. But I need to figure out what's that with this ticking, this pendulum thing in the middle. Because I'm pretty sure I've done it right. But I didn't. I did it wrong. But oh well. Opened up a little drawer thing. And I've got myself a little thing. Intellect assessment. Find out which of the thing is the thing. Then you find out the next sequence. Next to the sequence is obviously 32. And then what cube matches the unfolded. Now it's very obviously not number 1 because that plain one is not next to the one with the square in it. It is obviously could be. Now it can't be number 2 because that light grey isn't next to the thing. So it has to be number 3 because that is the only one where they'll all come together. The little like grey one with the circle, that small circular pattern will end up next to the light grey because it obviously is next to the light grey, and the green dots pattern. So wherever it is, it's 3 3, and obviously the top code as well, but I've forgotten that. $23.23. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That door requires a key, which I haven't got yet. And now we figure out about this phrenology head. Tells me which all the sections respond to. So I'm guessing I'm going to have to press whichever button is responds to which thing. So like memory, I'll push in the certain button. But I need to know what bits are important there. I've used the newspaper, don't need to look at that again. Maybe I'll give it a good read, just check out what's going on. I'm done with that. Don't know why I'm looking at that again, but I'm done with it. What I need to do is figure out the other drawer. Hopefully there's a key in there. Or maybe I managed to open up the phrenology head and we can get something out of that. But I think the next best option is to just study, collect my thoughts, and hopefully I can escape. Nice and easy, nice and simple. Here we are, don't need that, I'm just stealing them as punishment. Got the ink, got the Rorschach test, and got a book. I'm assuming I'm going to need more of them 2 books, because I've got 2 of them so far. And I've got one of it with a different binder. Get this chair out of the way so I can move around a bit more freely. What is it I'm looking for there? This is the books. So I need another book, or another 2 books. I need to figure out where the code is on these books. Well, it's obviously not on the phrenology head, because I want the books. If I type clicking random buttons, it might work. I don't think it will, but we can always try. There's never harm in just pressing anything. It's not like it's life or death or anything. I'm just trapped in a room. Lucky I don't get claustrophobic, because that would be terrible. Like, he must have done some sort of assessment and determined I'm not claustrophobic before he, did this, because that would be awful of him if he did that. There's something on the inside of that hat. It's a label. So it's nothing important. It's just a label. But it's good that I noticed it, Like, I noticed there was something on the inside of the hat. Not that it mattered, but there was something on the inside of the hat. Only now I've decided to search the cushions. And there's actually a key there, look. Look at that. He's watching behind some sort of like false wall. And he's like, look at this guy, he's getting this quite well. Oh look, another hat. Does the key work in both doors? Who knows? It does. Imagine a key working in both doors. Now we got ourselves 4 books. And that lock requires 4 numbers. So now I just need to figure out what numbers they are. I know there's 4 books in that one, top left. I know there's 4 books in that one, but I have no idea if it's the same book. I know it's 7 books in that one. I know it's not that book because I put it down. That's why I'm putting them on the floor, so I know that I'm not looking at the same book twice. But that one's 4. Put that there. And then one last one, which is 7 again. So there's not that many combinations it could be. I just need the issue numbers realistically so I can put them in order. But it's 4747 something. Book number 1. Perfect. So that's the first one I want. And I know that is 4. So I'll get that, put that back down in the correct place. Number 2. It's amazing, by the way, how I got these in the correct order. Like, I didn't do it in any sort of logic. I didn't look at the numbers. I just put them in an order. And it happened to be the right one. Like, maybe I'm just psychologically new. That's not the word. Psychologically new is not the one. Subconsciously knew that was the right order. So it's 4477. So I type 1, 2, 3, 4 for some reason. Not sure why I did that. I think my brain just, little brain fart happens, you know. Open the door. Look at the hat. Stand up. Just, you know, there we are. And we got ourselves more Rorschach tests, which will determine something to do with the phrenology head, I believe at this point. They'll display different things. $2.9. It's not the phrenology head, it is the safe. It's $2.95. Perfect. Get ourselves some notes and a locket. We can steal the locket or not. We're going to leave the locket. And there we are, highlighted in bold are the things we want to be clicking, or the things we want to be paying attention to. See what this person has positive and what they have negative. And obviously via that, make sure we push the right areas of the phrenology head. But I worked that one out pretty quickly, so I won't be here too much longer. I'm feeling confident at this point. Like, I know I can escape. I'm going to show the doctor I'm doing a good job and I can escape these rooms quite comfortably. Then I'll have a go at him and obviously demand a refund, because there's no way he should be locking in a room like this. It's not at all like professional at all. I understand if it was an accident, but I don't think it was. I've been in here nearly 15 minutes now and he hasn't come back, not knocking on the door or anything, so I can assume he done it on purpose. Like, no one leaves for that long and accidentally locks you in without like knocking on the door at least. Like, alright mate, I've accidentally locked you in. I'll be back in a second. I'm just going to get a locksmith, or I'm just going to get my spare key and I'm going to let you out. He would have done that if it was, of course, not on purpose. I have just pressed everything that was highlighted, but I don't want that. I only want to highlight the ones that are wrong, I believe. Yep, get the notes out again. Realise here it's saying some stuff is got and then some stuff is lack of. It's like love of notoriety, lack of the other thing. I didn't get a chance to read it. But yeah, love of this, lack of that. So take away the lack of, get the key, chuck it in the door. The door. I struggle putting a key in a door then, oh dear. But I get out of the office and head off to see the doctor. Give him a piece of my mind. Which is really why I went in to see the doctor in the first place, to give him a piece of my mind. But this is a different kind of piece of my mind. But anyway, if you like the video, go ahead and leave a like. Click that like button. I do like when that happens. But other than that, thank you for watching and goodbye.